What's up, everybody? TC coming at you with an update video, and today, well, it's been a while, hasn't it? And I'm here to kind of catch up on the things that we've missed. Last time I made a video like this, I was talking about my swords, which is more than a year ago. Before that, I was talking about merch that I ended up not doing because I didn't want to sell stuff to my students. I thought it was a bit weird, so I didn't go with that. I still appreciate those that gave me ideas for the merch. But yeah, apart from that, lots of changes for me in the last year, actually. As for making videos, I've actually been making a lot of anime mashups, like anime compilations. So most of my editing energy, I guess, has been going towards those videos. I made 10 of them, and it's basically me taking 3 fights, cutting out all the talking that they do in between the action moves, and also like adding some kind of intro to it. So unfortunately, they're way too violent and mature for my YouTube channel. So unfortunately, I can't share it on YouTube. Also, there's copyright for sure in there. So unfortunately, that's just for my friends to see. So I've been doing lots of that, which means I had a lot less just time and energy for YouTube. And that's been a bit more of my passion towards video making. But I figured today it was a good day to let everyone know what's been going on with me. Okay, I know I haven't been very active on YouTube. I don't expect to upload many videos. For sure, it's when I have a interesting and unique idea and inspiration. That's usually when I pop open the camera and I start working on it. So today's gonna be a bit simple, just catching up. So the life changes. I'm turning 40, like it says in the title. Next week, actually, I'll be 40 years old, which is pretty interesting for me. I've been trying to be a bit more healthy in the last year. I've been working on physical activity, whether that's like having steps, working out 2 to 3 times a week, and eating a bit more healthier too, and making sure my food is a bit more natural, and making sure I have a good mix of vegetables and, of course, well, pizza as usual. I figured that over the years I keep kind of like cutting out some bad foods that I've enjoyed in the past. This way I can grow older but still stay somewhat healthy and fit. So that's sort of the idea. Last year I also dyed my hair purple. It was supposed to be purple. It turned out to be kind of pink, a bit like I did during COVID. But it was pretty fun. I got to go to the high school prom, and I cut my hair after doing the purple thing. So it was kind of like pink purplish. It was pretty cool. As you can see, I like the old school white suit look I brought, and the hair I thought it was pretty unique. I think I might do red hair this year. We'll see about that. So yeah, lots of things going on. About a year and a half ago, I went through a breakup, very sad. I then moved into my friend Alex's house. I lived with him for about 10 months. My room was in his basement. It was pretty cool. It was a very good experience. It was fun being able to interact with him almost on a daily basis. It was really cool. He's the one that did the culture shock video I did in the past. If you want to check that out, it's pretty interesting about dancing. So yeah, it was kind of a new reality for me. I was single again, and I was wondering which direction I should go in life. Honestly, I looked at philosophy. I looked at all sorts of different ideas and paths to take. I know I want to be a teacher, so that's gonna keep going forward. And so I did some writing. I did some introspection, and I decided that I would try online dating out of all the ideas. It's something that I've never really done before. So I went on Hinge and Bumble. I would say that Bumble was pretty bad experience in general. I didn't like it very much. Hinge was a much better experience in last year, so in 2023. But I do have to say that I really went in there as a project, and I really put effort in making the profile, in messaging girls online, in having the guts to kind of make plans and ask for dates and stuff like that. It was a new world for me, honestly. But it ended up being pretty good. I met someone. It didn't take too long. I met someone special, my new girlfriend. As you can see, we're being very cute and nerdy in this picture. So it worked out really good for me. I'm really happy. If I have any suggestions for anyone going down that path, I think it's important to really, especially for guys, to put the effort into your profile and just kind of making sure that the vibe, your personality's vibe, can like be shown through the pictures, maybe videos that you post there. So that would be my recommendation to you. For me, it worked out, but I know that for lots of people, it's not the best place to meet someone. I was also trying to meet people through dancing, which was just a great old time, to be honest, whether I met someone or not. I went back to swing dancing, which was something I did when I was early 20s. So that was a really cool project I did last year also. So yeah, things have been very interesting and different for me. Probably the biggest difference is that, well, I'm in my new house now. So I bought a house over the summer with my cousin. So we both went half and half in for the house. We were both looking for somewhere to live. I was like temporarily at my friend's place. He was getting ready to move out to somewhere permanent. So yeah, we looked at many different houses. We found this one that was perfect for us. Honestly, after living in this house for about 4 or 5 months, I think 5 months now, it's been just so great. It's been better than I expected, and it's working out really good for us. So I'm really happy about it. Next video is probably going to be my house tour, so look out for that in the next month or two, something like that. There's still some things I need to decorate in my bedroom where I sleep. I kind of want to finish up a few things over there, and then I'll do a glorious house tour for YouTube. So that's definitely going to be my next video. So yeah, the new house has been super great. I live upstairs, so I'm actually in the master bedroom right now. This is where I put my computer, my TV, my PS5 and everything, my VR also. And then I have also another room that I sleep in, and we have a third room up here that we share for storage. My cousin lives in the basement. He's got a big room with everything he needs down there. He's got a shower and everything he needs. So it's really great. We both have our areas, and then we share the middle part with the kitchen and our table for playing board games. So it's really cool. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like, the whole house, in my next video. I also got a new computer. Check this out. Isn't it nice? During the year, a bit like my turning 40 kind of a midlife crisis kind of thing. I'm like, I wanted a really snazzy, nice looking computer. I knew I was gonna buy a new house. I wanted a new computer for my new house. It was about time to upgrade most of it anyway. So I kept my video card and I upgraded everything else. I asked my students, my 12th grade students, where I work, for their advice. They actually came up with the idea. My budget was very high, so we went for high quality pieces, and I got the parts and we built it in class as a bit of a school project, and it turned out really well, and I'm happy to have my brand new rig here in my brand new house. So that was really cool too. Other than that, I'd say that I've of course been gaming as usual. Elden Ring came out a couple years ago. That was a huge game for me, if anyone knows me. I thought it was probably my favorite game of all time when I was playing it, but thinking about it about a year later, I think Sekiro is still my #1 game, just because of the combat design in that game is just top notch, and there's nothing that's gonna beat that. I'm gonna put more hours in Elden Ring because it's more replayable. You can play all sorts of different ways. That game is amazing and huge, right? Way bigger than Sekiro. But that experience I have in Sekiro, I think is still unbeaten by any other game. But if one game came close, it was definitely Elden Ring. I also played Baldur's Gate 3. So with the cousin that I bought the house with, he has a brother that also likes video games. So us three, we came together, and every week we would play Baldur's Gate 3. I think it took almost 100 hours to beat the game. It was super cool playing a game that I would normally play single player, but as a trio. And also with all the decision making and the role playing you can do in that game, it was so cool. And they're better than me at all this role playing stuff. They love D&D, so they were kind of like guiding me through it too. And it was interesting to not to have to make all the decisions either. We're kind of sharing the decision making, so sometimes you just follow a crazy decision that one of my cousins made, or this time I'm like, oh, I want to do this, and we go for it. It was a super unique and very interesting experience for me. So Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely a huge game for me that came out in the last year. Other than that, there's Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's a great game. I know Final Fantasy is not very popular in general, but for people my age, people like me that love RPG, that love Japan, that played Final Fantasy VII Original, these games, the remake and the rebirth, are great games. The action is extremely well done, so the combat is ridiculously so cool. Like, I'm just there fighting, and I'm like, I'm literally saying like, oh, this is so cool, this is so cool. Like, I just can't stop myself from saying how cool it looks and feels. Not only that, but you have all the characters from the old game there. They remade the story quite a lot. I don't want to go into spoilers. I'd say that's maybe the part I like the least about the game. Not because they changed the story. I think that's cool. It's just it's a bit more complicated than it has to be, and it goes a bit multi-universal, which is a bit overdone with Marvel and all that. So it's a bit unfortunate to see that again, but it's not a big deal. I can't wait for the third game to come out. I'm sure it's gonna be super cool. So yeah, that's about all the major updates in the last couple of years. For me, what I'm looking forward in the future now, 2025 coming up, would be to settle in my new house. I'm kind of like, I'm trying to upgrade the things in my room and just my lifestyle in general. I saved up a bunch of money over the last few years. It was nice to be able to use a good chunk to buy the house, to upgrade my stuff, and still to have plenty left over for any emergencies and for investing and stuff like that. So everything's moving along pretty cool. It's about just kind of getting used to it and settling in. Other than that, I'm kind of looking forward to kind of stepping up at my school as far as teaching and making my lessons more interesting and more captivating and more based in real life. I just need more time and energy because I keep getting like new courses to teach, which means I kind of have to reset a lot of times. So I kind of want to get the ball rolling with that in the next few years and make things that are just more interesting for kids to experience at school. I also want to do some like after school stuff. Like I keep wanting to start a Japanese dance club, but I keep losing the energy for it. I keep putting it all mostly into my lessons and the job that I have to do, and I don't have that much left over for other things. Like I said, like all the other projects I've had in my life kind of takes the energy away from other things I want to do at school. So I hope that with time I can sort of upgrade that part of my life. And apart from that, everything is looking pretty great. So I can't wait to show you guys my house in the next video. And after that, my girlfriend actually had an idea. She found a place where you can record a podcast. It's all set up for us. We just have to rent the place, and then we can have a podcast. So I'm gonna have one podcast episode, and it's gonna be, the topic is gonna be about philosophy. So it might be pretty deep. Might be interesting, might not for you, but it's a passion of mine, and I think it's a unique video to make. So that's gonna come after my house tour. It's gonna be talking about just my ideas and how I see life and how I see morality, even just what is a good person, what is being me, and how do I want to live my life now that I'm 40 and moving beyond that as a more mature adult, if you can believe it. So that's it for me. I hope you had a good time. I hope if you want to share anything in the comments, if you haven't talked to me in a while, I'd love to see what you've been up to, and I appreciate any comment in the comment section. So yeah, I'd love to see you there. Other than that, it'll be in my next video. So have a good day, a good night, and peace out.